When I was cleaning the house, I accidentally broke an expensive flower vase. Immediately, my stepmom shouted at me,
"You are useless! I'll kick you out of the house!"
When I was panicking, Rowan, her daughter, quickly rescued me. I'm sorry, Mom, I broke it.
Really? Alright, be mindful next time, honey. Joan, what are you waiting for? Hurry and clean it up!
After saying that, she took Rowan and left. Rowan turned and smiled apologetically at me. Hi, I'm Joan. After my mom passed away, my dad married another woman named Susan, who also has a daughter. After 2 years, he passed away as well from an accident. Therefore, the entire house fell into Susan's hands. Her true nature started showing soon after. She treated me like a servant, always scolding and forcing me to do all the household chores. Luckily for me, Rowan isn't like her mom. She still kindly treats me as her sister. When I was 9, while I was shopping with my stepmom and Rowan, I saw a very beautiful pink dress. I tried it on and felt like a real princess. Can you buy me this dress? My birthday is coming up.
Birthday? Foolish brat, you're lucky enough to have a roof over your head.
I sighed and was about to put the dress back in its place. Suddenly, Rowan took it. She asked her mom to buy the dress and was immediately accepted. Seeing her happy in my favorite dress made me so depressed. But that night, when I was sleeping, Rowan woke me up with the dress in hand. Joan, you like this, don't you? Here you go. Really? Thank you, Rowan, but what if she knew? Don't worry, just don't wear it in front of my mom. However, Susan soon discovered that dress in my wardrobe. She insisted that I stole it. Rowan was so afraid that she didn't dare to tell the truth. That's why I had to receive a very heavy punishment from her mom. When Rowan turned 15, Susan wanted her to become a model. Well, she was also a former model, so it wasn't a surprise. However, Rowan didn't seem to entertain that idea. She kept telling me that she wanted to become a comic artist. But, you know, we dare not disobey her mom's word. In order for Rowan to quickly become famous, Susan used all sorts of tricks. Soon enough, her daughter was invited by an agency to become the lead model for an upcoming collection. I was allowed to go too to take care of Rowan. When everyone was rehearsing, the designer suddenly exclaimed in panic. It turned out that at the last minute, one of their models had an accident. They needed to replace them urgently. Knowing that, Rowan immediately said, "Can you give my sister a chance? She has a lot of potential." Sure, let's see what she can do. Rowan hurriedly took me on stage so I could perform. Unexpectedly, the designer liked me a lot. He even let me be the lead model, Rowan's original position. Rowan was very happy, but her mom was furious. After that day, I was forced to cover my face every time I was with Rowan. No one knew who I was and I became a shadow. One day, when I was getting water for Rowan, I suddenly bumped into a guy. Surprisingly, he seems very nervous.
I'm sorry, but there are people who are following me. Can you help me hide quickly?
I immediately pulled him behind a nearby pole. Just a few minutes later, a group of reporters suddenly ran to me. They kept asking me if I saw a guy who was passing by. To distract them, I pointed in the other direction. After they left, I signaled the mysterious guy to come out.
Whew, thank you. Can you give me your phone number? I promise to return the favor.
No, it's okay.
Please, I'd really like to thank you.
After receiving my number, the stranger left immediately. Because of that incident, I came back late and got scolded by my stepmom. Rowan came to comfort me after she left. Suddenly, the TV in the dressing room showed news about some up-and-coming singer named Tom. When I looked closely, I realized it was the guy who bumped into me earlier. As soon as Rowan heard that, she jumped excitedly.
No way! He's my idol!
Really? He's why I'm late. I told Rowan about our encounter. She became very excited and kept asking about him. That evening, when my sister and I were chatting, we suddenly received a text from Tom. Not only did he invite me to his latest concert as a VIP guest, but he also wanted me to attend a special dinner with him as a thank you. Rowan was super jelly of me.
To see Tom in private? You are so lucky!
If you want, you can go instead.
Really?
Tom wants to meet the girl who helped him, not me. Just say it's you. Remember, my face is covered all the time. He's never seen it. Rowan was overjoyed and immediately agreed. Actually, I really wanted to go, but since Rowan had helped me so many times, I wanted her to be happy as well. Very soon, Tom's concert took place. After attending it, Rowan was over the moon. She kept recounting what she'd been through. Tom seems to like me a lot. Really? Yes! He said he wanted to meet and talk more. True to what she said, in the days that followed, Tom kept texting Rowan. Well, actually, he kept texting me. The truth is, Rowan and Tom have completely different personalities. Their interests didn't match, but Rowan didn't want to lose her crush, so she asked me to text him instead. Gradually, I also developed feelings for Tom, but I hid it from Rowan. She's a good person. I just wanted her to be happy with the guy she liked. But there are no secrets that time doesn't reveal. On Rowan and Tom's first date, Rowan was extremely worried. Joan, can you go there with me? Are you crazy? But I can't understand what Tom keeps talking about. Please, you're the only one who gets him. At my sister's persuasion, I agreed. According to our plan, Rowan was secretly wearing earphones so that she could listen to my instructions. As for me, I would stay outside the restaurant and looked in through the window to monitor their date. At first, everything went quite well. But then, Rowan was so nervous that she bumped into the waiter, causing her earphone to fall into the soup bowl. Seeing my sister panicking, I immediately rushed to her rescue. But unexpectedly, when I was coming in, Rowan had already confessed the truth to Tom after he became doubtful. The three of us sat down to talk. Tom was very angry. I can't believe you two tricked me. Joan, do you think that feelings can be given to someone else? I'm really sorry. I know I made a big mistake. I lowered my head in shame, not daring to look Tom in the eye. But then he suddenly approached me and leaned close to my face. Would you like to start over and date me properly? Too stunned to speak, I turned to Rowan and saw her face was filled with tears. My sister immediately ran away from there. Seeing that, I hurriedly said goodbye to Tom and chased after her. Unfortunately, my stepmom had already noticed Rowan's abnormality. After knowing everything, she went crazy. You ungrateful brat! You will pay the price for getting in my daughter's way! Right after that, Susan dragged me back to my room and locked the door. With no one to contact, I was officially a prisoner. A few weeks later, one day, Rowan suddenly entered my room and sneaked me out of the house through the back door. I was very surprised to see Tom waiting for me outside. Joan, run away with Tom. I know he'll make you happy. But what about you? Your mom won't forget this. Rowan smiled sadly and said that she had been thinking a lot. She realized her mom was becoming too mean and selfish. It's time for you to live your own life, and so do I. Overwhelmed, I held her in my arms before saying goodbye. A few months later, thanks to Tom's help, I finally pursued my passion of becoming a model. As for Rowan, despite her stepmom's disapproval, she still decides to become a comic artist. She's such a strong and talented girl.
It was during one of my performances. As usual, I lip-synced as my parents requested. The dancing was so complicated that I accidentally dropped the mic. Time seemed to freeze. I anxiously picked up my mic as the audience became shocked when they discovered that I was lip-syncing. They started booing and cursing me horribly.
Fake, leave the stage.
With no other choice, I quickly retreated backstage. Hi, I'm Mary Jane. I live in Canada, but people know me better by my stage name, MJ. Thanks to my pretty face, from a young age, I became an internet phenomenon. My parents used that opportunity to make me a star. However, due to not being professionally trained and only relying on marketing strategy, my vocal shortcomings were gradually becoming more and more obvious. After the last lip-sync incident, my social page was constantly being attacked. To change that, I decided to enroll in a music academy in the US to be properly trained. However, my parents disagreed with that. They said I should spend that time to earn more money instead, and promised to find a way to bury that incident. After a huge fight between us, my parents finally gave up and let me do what I wanted. However, to avoid trouble and the attention of the media, they suggested that I change my identity and appearance before going to the academy. So I wiped off my thick makeup, put on a wig, eyeglasses, and changed into a loose shirt. Now I'm not MJ anymore, but Mary Jane, an ordinary 16-year-old girl. On the first day of school, Angela, the school's most popular girl, helped us find our way. Contrary to her name, she was actually a demon. Angela looked us over, then smirked scornfully. "Don't even think that once you get into this academy, you'll become a star. Losers like you will soon be eliminated from here," she said as she lifted my chin with her hand. I immediately shoved it away. "Don't look down on us. You'll regret it." Unexpectedly, that moment marked the day we became rivals. She always found wicked ways to put me down. One day, after I had just finished showering and stepped out, I panicked to see Angela rummaging through my closet. "What the hell are you doing?" "Take a guess." After saying that devil grabbed my clothes and ran away. I was going to chase after her, but suddenly realized that I was only wrapped in a towel. In my closet, Angela left me a stupid pine tree outfit with the message, "For those who want to shine." It's obnoxious. Although I didn't want to wear it at all, I still needed to return to my room. Having no choices, I put on that stupid outfit. As expected, when I was walking through the academy corridor, no matter how fast I ran, I still couldn't escape the laughter and ridicule of people around me. Another time, Angela poured cooking oil in front of my door. When I stepped out, I slipped and fell painfully to the ground. "Ha ha! Now you know the price for pissing me off." After saying that, she turned and left. When I was lying on the floor in pain, a girl suddenly appeared and helped me up. "Are you okay?" "That's Angela. She's mean to everyone." "She's July." Since then, July and I have become friends and we shared everything with each other. We were so close that I even told her about my true identity. At first, July was shocked, but she quickly got over it and still wanted to be friends with me. We helped each other both in study and in life. That day, we were informed about the annual music competition in our academy. It's the most important competition of the year that all the students want to win. Not only is it an opportunity to express ourselves, but for many students, it's also an opportunity to catch the attention of famous music companies. That year's competition was duet singing. Immediately, everyone excitedly looked for a pair. However, I was not interested in it at all, because I didn't want my true identity to be revealed. But to my dismay, July was greatly interested in it. She hoped I would pair up with her because with my performance experience, July believed we were going to win. That day when we were practicing, Angela suddenly appeared. "Ha, losers! Like you want to enter this contest too? Don't embarrass yourself anymore. Come on, Angela. Are you afraid that we'll defeat you? In your dream? Just wait. We'll win this contest." From that day on, we put all our mind into practice to surpass Angela. Until one time, after staying behind to practice, I returned to the dorm late at night. While walking in the hallway, a student wearing the school uniform while wearing a mask rushed forward and bumped into me. The impact caused both of us to fall to the ground. I realized that the mysterious person had injured their leg. "Are you okay?" Without waiting for me to finish, the mysterious person ran away in panic, dropping a pair of scissors. Just when I picked up the scissors, Angela appeared out of nowhere with her hair cut in a mess. You cut my hair? How dare you!" Then she rushed to attack me. The loud noise caused everyone to wake up and come out to watch. While we were wrestling, my wig and eyeglasses dropped.
"Isn't that MJ?"
Someone shouted. Everyone else quickly recognized me and started filming. The fight only ended when the headmaster appeared and brought both of us back to his office. It was where I learned that Angela's hair was cut by someone while she was sleeping. When she found me with the scissors in my hands, she thought I was trying to get back at her. No matter how hard I tried to explain, because there were no security cameras there and due to my previous feud with Angela, I was deemed guilty. Not only was I suspended from the academy, my fight video was also spread all over social media. My parents from Canada quickly flew to the US to bring me home. It It was a humiliating moment that I had to accept. When I was reaching for the suitcase on the top of my wardrobe, unfortunately it fell and hit my arm. That impact made my arm bleed. Everything sucks. Life just wanted to tear me down. Dejectedly, I went to the infirmary. After my arm was bandaged, the nurse gave me a notebook. "It's done. Please sign this." "Here?" "Yes. Everyone who gets treated here has to do this." Her words suddenly gave me an idea. The stranger who bumped into me was a student because they were wearing a uniform. Also, because we both fell down and got injured, they would definitely have to go to the infirmary and have to sign that notebook. I quickly turned the pages and looked for the day of that incident and was shocked. You know what? Only July had come here that day with a leg injury. I brought that evidence to July to expose her. After a while, she finally confessed her misdeed. "Your parents hired me to do this." "What? My parents are behind this?" "Yeah, they want their golden child to be expelled and return to work soon, so they paid big money to hire me." Soon after, I brought the evidence I had to the principal to clear my name. He soon suspended July after what she did, and Angela, after knowing everything, was actually decent enough to apologize to me for her misunderstanding and the mean pranks she did. I also talked to my parents to expose their true faces and firmly decided to continue to stay in the US and keep pursuing my dream. At my insistence, they had to back down. Finally, everything is on the right track again. Happy birthday to me! It's the day I look forward to most of the year. I eagerly returned home to throw the party with my dad. But as soon as I came back, the house was empty. There was a cake on the table with a note next to it. "I have an unexpected business trip. I am so sorry, my dear. I'll make it up to you as soon as I get back." Oh, that meant I would have to celebrate my birthday alone. I dejectedly went to the nearby park with my cake. How pathetic it was to blow out my own candles on my own. And when I couldn't take it anymore, I cried. Suddenly, a homeless man tapped me on my shoulder. "Don't cry on your birthday, little girl." Then he did a magic trick and pulled out a flower and gave it to me. How ridiculous, right? That my biological dad didn't even care about me as much as a stranger. Hi, I'm Annie, 17 years old. I'm living with a single father in a wealthy family. Despite being well off, I always felt lonely in my own house. My dad was always busy and often left home for business trips. A week after my birthday, my dad finally returned. "I'm really sorry, my dear. I will make up for you with whatever you like." Jeez, there's no need anymore, Dad. The next day, my high school announced that next week there would be a coming-of-age ceremony for last year's students. At the ceremony, we would wear gorgeous evening gowns and attend with our mom or dad. We would go on stage to read the thank you letter, and our parents would also send their wishes to their children. I took the invitation home and told my dad, "Please, I'd like you to come to the coming-of-age ceremony with me. Think of this as making up for missing my birthday party, okay?" Dad looked at me nervously. "I'm really sorry, Annie. I have another important business trip on that day. What a coincidence, right? I will ask our butler to accompany you if you don't mind." "You're busy again? Do you really care about me?" I burst into tears and ran out of the house. I suddenly remembered the homeless man last time and ran to the park. For some reason, he gave me a very warm feeling. His name is Pac. 4 years ago, he was an accountant, but unfortunately his company went bankrupt. Pac lost his job, ran out of money, and had to sleep on the street. Seeing me upset, he said, "Go home, little girl. At least you have a family." I burst into tears. "No! What kind of family is it when they can't even care to show up at their child's coming-of-age ceremony?" "Oh, if it was me, I would definitely cherish that opportunity." A bold idea popped into my head. "Or maybe you can pretend to be my father and come with me to my ceremony. I can pay you." The man was surprised, but after seeing my desperation, he agreed. "Okay, but I'm afraid that my sloppy appearance will embarrass you in front of your friends." "It's okay. I'll help you." I took Pack to the mall and bought a luxury suit, a pair of leather shoes, and took him to a fancy hairdresser. He also gallantly accompanied me on my way to look for an evening gown. That afternoon, I was very happy. Those were something that I hadn't done with my dad for a long time. Pack happily said, "I promise to make your coming-of-age ceremony remarkable with some of my magic tricks." Wow, I was really looking forward to that day. But then, I got fooled. On the day of the ceremony, I waited and waited for a long time, but Pack was nowhere to be found. I was extremely disappointed. Why does life have to be so cruel to me? All I wanted was to have my dad come with me to that event. In the end, I walked in alone. Seeing that everyone was accompanied by their parents, my tears rolled down again because I felt sorry for myself. When it was my turn to go on stage, the MC asked in confusion, "Where's your father, Annie?" I came here alone. I wish my dad was here today, but that little wish couldn't even come true. Suddenly, from below the stage, a voice called out, "Who said your dad can't come?" Wasn't it Pack's voice just then? He walked from the audience to the stage in the suit I bought him and performed amazing magic tricks. The whole hall excitedly clapped and cheered for his impressive performance. Pack smiled and walked to the microphone. "Dear Annie, life is like a magic trick. You'll never know what to expect. I wish you will always be brave to face whatever lies in your journey ahead. I am very happy that you gave me the opportunity to attend this ceremony. Will you give me a hug?" I was moved to tears and stepped up to hug Pack. Suddenly, someone shouted, "Stop!" My dad angrily rushed to the stage and grabbed Pack's shirt. "Who the hell are you? Stay away from my daughter, you rags! Annie, you hire a homeless person to pretend to be your father?" I pushed my dad away and screamed, "Stop it, Dad! He may be poor, but he cares more about me than you do." I ran, and 2 men chased after me. Although my dad tried to calm me down, I still refused to come back. Pack said, "I also missed my daughter's graduation because I was too busy with work. But now she's no longer in this world due to an illness. I could never make it up to her. Spend more time with your family, guys, otherwise you may regret it later." Dad hugged me and cried. "I'm sorry, my dear. From now on, I'll spend more time with you and stop working too much." Suddenly, Pack hastily took off his suit and was about to leave right away. "Oh, shoot. I have to return this suit." "What? Why?" He smiled awkwardly. "Actually, the suit you bought was stolen by other homeless guys. I was late to your ceremony because I have to rent this suit, but with my money, I can only rent it for 1 hour." After that event, my dad went on less business trips and spent more time with me. Dad also invited Pack to work for his company. Pack had a chance to prove himself as a great accountant and also became our truly wonderful friend.